So coming up next, we have another keynote session as well, and we will talk about from the head of AI and machine learning business in ASEAN. So I would like to invite Dr. Chomchana Triwai, head of AI and machine learning business in ASEAN, Amazon Web Service (AWS), to speak on transforming digital services, AI breakthrough and opportunity 2025 to 2030. Please give her a warm applause. Thank you. Sorry, please give him, please apologize.
Not getting to full and then fall asleep. And thank you. I actually born in Thailand, right? But I lived in Japan for 25 years. And I decided that, you know what, Japan is the future in the past. When I look at Singapore, Singapore is now a future in the future, right? Same as Shanghai, same as all the more of the other country that's now developing. So I decided to come back to Singapore, and I'm now working on evangelize and also helping people to build and use AI in their business, right? And a lot of conversation today that I really like. However, after ChatGPT, right, there've been a lot of POC. I really hate POC because it's never go anywhere, right? I'm looking forward to 2026, trying to get into a real production use case that you can do more things and gain the ROI that we've been talking about moving forward. However, the industry is changing so fast, right? So today I will get into a little bit of the basic and how it actually changed the basic of how the software and application in business is actually working. Right. So this is the agenda for today. I will go. I know that a lot of people, it's a lot of AI today already, right? So all the very, very basic thing, I will not get into that too much. But the key things that I'm seeing that, you know, after ChatGPT, people coming out and said, hey, foundation models and all this technology that using models is the thing. And after that, they're talking about, it's actually an agent, right? And after the agent, now it's become agentic AI. So pretty much the same technology. The word keeps changing every 6 months. So now I need to go boardroom to boardroom and then to clarify for those people to understand what is the agentic AI, right? Because now that is the hottest thing in the market right now. If I'm not doing that well, there will be some manager from the company come to AWS and say that, hey, my boss tell me to buy agentic AI. Can you sell me agentic AI really quickly, right? Which they don't even know what agentic AI is, which will be a big trouble for me. Agentic AI, what we are seeing right now is that the ability for using the listening capability of the AI to drive the actions, right? Chatbot is not agentic, and chatbot is, you know, I remember I get excited about ChatGPT, go there asking, hey, I want to eat pad kapao, and it show me all the ingredients of the pad kapao and tell you that, hey, you go and buy pad kapao, right? Or you go and buy all the ingredients and build your own pad kapao, and it's not doing anything for me. In agentic, we are looking at something that can take actions and give you the end product. Either going to the shop and order the ingredients delivered to your house, or going to the restaurant, booking the best pad kapao in Bangkok, and then you go and eat, right? Or booking the chef to come to your house and then with the ingredients and do it for you. But we want the end product, right? We're not wanting to just having the ingredients and then go do it by ourselves. AI is sometimes has been using as the synonym for machine learning. They're still thinking of what is the difference between the large language model and the machine learning, right? Prediction and generation is totally different. So now I think that those things is out of the door now. If you still not understand that, you come after me later, and let's go a little bit deeper to the basic of that. Generative AI now creating all those tokens and providing some of the thinking capability inside, right? That AI and generative AI looking at the model itself. But agentic AI is the system, right, that need to come with the tools, right, and also the capability of do the listening. That's where it's different. So we look at generative AI as the brain of agentic AI system. That's how the thing is evolving, right? To make generative AI meaningful, now you use agentic AI to actually achieve the goals that you give, that when the agent emerge. Because the agent have the purpose, right? ChatGPT never have a purpose. It's whatever you ask, you answer. But what you need in the business to drive the workforce is that, are you, right, a finance specialized agent? Are you the HR agent? Are you whatever agent that you do, and you do one work, right? And you do it really well and try to achieve the goal. That's what the agentic AI system is. And that's what we're trying to get to. But you need the listening capability inside of your the generative AI to be able to help you with that. And DeepSeek is doing a very good job, right? It's the first model that's showing you the model is thinking, so that you can get the trust that, oh, I know what it thinks, why it choose the tools, why it execute it, why it come back with this answer. So now let's use that and build it in the system so that we can change how the application will be, right? So we have a traditional workflow, and we want to use the AI to actually drive the workflow. And we have a tools, and we have the context, right? And we can use the AI to actually drive the workflow for you. Okay. The next thing is that when we try to get into the agentic AI system, we look at it as applications, right? Because if you not bundle it into the specialized application, it will be really difficult for you to actually use the system, right? Chat interface is not the best interface. It's just the well-marketed interface. Everybody, right, try to build a chatbot, right? That is because the first thing that you see when the AI came out was the chatbot. It doesn't mean that it's the best. When the first iPhone came out, everybody clammed the homepage into the small screen and said that, hey, we have a mobile, right? No, right? 2 years later, what happened? The mobile native application came out. So today, everybody, when you said you have a mobile strategy, you have a mobile applications. We are still in the verge of that transition because the UI for AI, for generative AI, is not here yet. It's not chatbot for sure. I assure you that the worst thing you should have, right? But we don't have that UI yet, and I think from one of the students here, if we can come up with that new UI that you can drive and you can create new application with that, it will be very nice, right? Okay, what is the application, right? It's really boring, right? But the application is actually the solution that you use to do business. You have a business logic, you have a data. We already talked about that, right? And you have the external data, you integrate with the data and try to drive that with the solutions. And the application is built for the user to do work, right? The end goal is to get the job done, right? And we have the discussion before from another professor that he already said that, hey, it's only 27% of people using it for work, right? It's not everybody AI junkie like me. I have like 4 terminals running at the same time. I have Cloud Code doing all my report, and my boss thinking that I'm getting smart every day. He's wrong, right? The AI getting smart, not me. But I put the data in the right place and give him all the report. Why I build the report? Because my boss cannot reach a dashboard. That's the big problem, right? He see the data, but he cannot make a listener out of it. He needs someone to not do the narrative for him to understand that. And that's what I do, right, for a living. Okay, when we build the software, we need to come back to the user, right? That is what is actually missing, right? We need to go back to their problem and what they're trying to solve in their daily work. And we put AI, we put the agentic system into that to help them to solve the problem as easy as possible, right? So you don't want them to type in, describe the problem in the A4 paper every time you want to get something done, right? That is a chatbot. It's not something that you help you to do the work. We want the user interface that help the customer with help the user with the workflow, right? You want to be able to say that, hey, I want this data, and it go out and take the data for you and come and then be able to help you to actually execute the workflow to get more meaningful, right? The more data actionable insight, right? That we want to get to there. So what we want is that we want the application that drive the business logic with generative AI, with the reasoning, so that you can do the work faster, better with the different interface, right? All right? So agentic AI is that for you, right? Because agentic AI can explore data set for you. It can write a Python code. I don't use Excel anymore. It's from my competitor, so obviously I don't really like Excel. However, I dump all the data into CSV file. Why? Because I can ask AI to write a Python script and run and get my data out, right? Into some meaningful things that I want. It can reason when to use the tools. It can act. It can reflect on if it's doing the job well or not, right? That's kind of thing that we want the AI to be able to help us to do. And one key thing is that all these AI, when you said AI agent that can use the tools, all these tools are APIs. And everybody in the industry, until today, now you use API, everybody use API, right? It's come in a weird name like MCP. MCP is the API on steroid for AI to access API, right? And when you go to the banks and tell them that, hey, we're gonna build an AI system for you, but for AI to be able to do the work for you, you need to build your new tools for the AI to execute the job. They will say that no. Because if you build a new API in the bank, you need to go part AppSec, you need to go part the change management board. It will take you 24 months. But if you tell them that, you know what, you already have the APIs, but you access through the like Windows 95 like interface today. Just give the API with the data schema to the AI. And it will use the same API that you use today. It's already go through all the security and the check and the regulator. It's just do it faster for you. That is the best way to deploy the AI with the tools to make the agentic AI system work for you, right? So we want to have the application that is agent ready, right? Can be used as a tool, right? The APIs in there. And embed the reasoning capability inside so that it can deploy the tools at the time you need it. Or if you have a really static workflow, just tell them what is the workflow, right? You already have SOP. You don't need consultant to come here and then listen to your business process and then write up the document anymore. Just chuck in all the SOP document that you have when you train the newbies that are coming to your organization. And good news, AI can read document, right? So just do that. And we have human-facing AI agents, and moving forward, your consumer, your customer will have their own agents, right? I use Cloud Code because it invests a lot into Anthropic. I have like 20 pages of system prompt from all my meetings and all my work in Cloud Code, and it's know me better than me know myself, right? And I use that AI in the way that it can negotiate. It can write the emails in the way that I like. And moving forward, your customer will be like that. They will have their own AI. And you have your AI. And AI will negotiate. And people will sipping coffee and then waiting for the result. That will be the system in the future, right? But it might not be now. So we want to change the core user experience from the traditional application into a new way of using agentic AI to provide the outcome and execute the APIs in the faster way, more autonomous way, right? That's what we get to do. All right, up to here, I will need to get to some of the marketing from AWS, so bear with me with that. I need to sell something as well. We have the product. This is the first time after ChatGPT that I feel like my company is ahead of the game, right? We don't have our own models. We have, but it's not that great. No one talk about it. No Gemini, no like the GPT or whatever, right? But we are really good at compute. And we know that agent needs the place to compute. So we build Agent Core. It's the place that you can use to compute AI agent. Any type of agent, you can use Clue AI, you can use LangChain, you can use Llama Index, you can use Train, our open source. When you want to run the computations, you can run it on Agent Core. That's what we do, right? And you already have MCP, A2A, and all those. And we want to build you the agentic AI factories. That, because the application is the SOP, and if every SOP can become an AI agent that you can run, right? Every time you want to execute. So you don't need the package software anymore. You can run it whatever you want. And if you want to get into more details about this, I can having an hour, 2-hour video on this. I think this is the future of what we're trying to get to, right? And it's a new way of building application so that it's not adaptive for the human. It will be how you manage a swarm of agents to do your work properly, right? All right? And how to get things started? Just start with all the proof of concept and everything, and I think you know all this, so I don't want to spend too much time on this, but what we want to get to is that let's build some agent, right? But you need to build it in the way that you can control the platform, control where it runs, control how it runs, control the cost, be able to select different AI models to do it for you. All right, that's pretty much what I want to talk to you today. If you're interested in the agent factories or those kind of concepts, please reach out to me. Right? Thank you.
ขอบคุณมากครับ Thank you very much for Dr. ชมชนาตรีวัย Head of AI and Machine Learning Business in ASEAN Amazon Web Service AWS on transforming digital services, AI breakthrough and opportunities 2025 to 2030.